You've been wondering why you're here and who I am, why I'm doing this to you. So guess. If you guess right, I'll tell you. By the old gods and the new, I swear. You win the game. If you can figure out who I am and why I'm torturing you, and I win the game if you beg me to cut off your finger. You think I'm some sort of a savage? If you think this has a happy ending, you haven't been paying attention. I win.
Welcome to this podcast.
All right, there we go. Welcome to the first episode of the SameShtDifferentDay podcast. Got my boy, my brother, Chris, on the line. What's good? What's good?
How we doing, bro? Let's get it. We got this playoff super wildcard playoff weekend. I like it. I like it. Lots of game, lots of action.
Yeah, 6 games, man. That's like
Yeah, basketball gonna take a back seat for the weekend.
I don't know about that. I'm basketball all day. The NFL bothers me. There's too many. The refs there's too much of that.
And they've been letting them play certain games.
It's part of the call.
Hey,
tell me it's not part of your stomach when you see a big play and the first thing you look for is what?
Holding.
Yeah, like that yellow thing on the little headline down there, flag. Like, of course. It's holding on every play in the NFL. Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so let's get it started. Colts, Bills. We got the Bills, Colts at the Bills. Bills minus 6.5. Over under 51.5. I mean, I just feel like the Colts infamously, even when they had Peyton Manning, like that dome comes back to bite them a little bit when they go outside. Right. And I mean, the Bills have been ferocious.
Unstoppable. They've looked good all year. They've been doing their thing. Let me say this. Stefon Diggs plays, which they're talking about some stuff, but I'm not listening into it. He's going to play this weekend.
That's what I feel.
Allen, they're going to do some things this weekend.
Yeah,
they're going to show up.
I feel like that about like most of the injury reports. A lot of questionables out there, big names questionable. I feel like all of them are going to play for the most part. Yeah. It just depends on to what percentage they're healthy, and Diggs is one. Beasley's hurt too. Both their wide receivers.
I hear he might be coming back.
They'll both play.
I've always loved him, even in Dallas. He plays hard, man. He plays hard.
Take the med hat off. All right. Even in Dallas.
Yeah.
You should drink a cup of that fish tank water every single time you act like a fraud. Anyway.
Why is that?
All right, I'm moving on. So, Bills 11-2 outdoors, savages. You mentioned Josh Allen. I think he has something to prove. 100%.
Yeah.
He's had a chip on his shoulder all year. I want to see what he does with it on the prime time. And then on the other end of that, man, I mean, Phil Rivers, it's probably time,
I'm not a believer of old man Rivers.
Nah, I hear he's on tap to be like the next Tony Romo in the booth.
It's going to be a bad gig for him, you know what I mean?
We'll see.
You got to find something to do with all them damn kids.
Yeah, side note. Spoke to Jeff today for the first time in a long time. Do you know he has 4 kids?
I could have predicted that. Shout out Hefe.
4. He's trying to start a basketball team. That's what the. Anyway, last little stat I'll throw out there. Bills have won their 6 straight games leading into the end of the season by an average of 38-18.
Yeah. Hey, I'm not gonna sleep on the Colts. Colts got a nice running game, man. They're gonna do some things. But when it comes down to it, I see old man Rivers throwing a pick that he shouldn't, and That's going to turn this game lopsided. It'll open it up.
All right. Side note, real quick, sidebar. We could go back to this in depth later on. But it's funny I even asked this because I'm a big supporter, but 2004 draft, Eli Manning, Phillip Rivers, Ben Roethlisberger, all available. Rivers ends up with no rings. I feel like I could pretty safely say that.
Mm-hmm.
Eli and Ben both get 2.
Yeah.
And like, no matter what you want to say, I'm a big Eli guy. Always was from before that draft, you know?
Yeah.
But like, he was a terrible regular season quarterback. And I almost wonder, like, if you go back to that day, seeing where it stands now too, like Eli retired, Rivers, I mean, should be retired.
Should have been.
And then we'll get to Ben. But like, do you still? I mean, Ben went last in them. Like, I forget, it was like 15th or something to the Steelers.
Which one am I taking if I got first choice?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. After all these years showing production, I mean, they've all put up their own stats throughout the years. But when it comes down to it, Big Ben's just always been a presence that been able to do it when it comes down to clutch time. Out of the 3.
Well, I mean, if anything, he's more consistent, the most consistent, but like Eli was nothing but the clutch. Like he could throw you 24 interceptions in the regular season, but
when he received the opportunity, 100%.
And let me throw him a little bit of bail just to play both sides of the fence a little bit just for the conversation. A lot of those years, a lot of them, Ben Roethlisberger has an amazing defense, which so did Eli, but an amazing offensive line, way more years than Eli did. And let's not forget,
I'll give you that.
Prime Antonio Brown on the outside and Le'Veon Bell. I mean, 2 guys who are like consensus top 3 fantasy football picks.
That was the Pittsburgh trio, man.
Give Eli that. Who knows? I always listen. I always have a place in my heart with, especially how soft these players are nowadays, for the guys who say, "I want to go to New York." Like, that's a rare breed nowadays. Like Carmelo Anthony, God to me forever. Eli Manning, as shiesty as it was, he said, "San Diego, I'm not coming to play there.
Yeah,
trade me to the Giants," and he delivered. So,
hey, I'm not complaining, man. I go back to when he won the chip, bro. We went crazy.
Oh,
we literally almost brought the house down.
Greatest sports moment of my life, 2007.
100%.
All right, before we get too far off track, and just to make note of it, we are, as we go on doing this podcast, we're definitely gonna do our podcast picks where we keep track of each of our picks and how we do, and we'll come back to it on the following episodes, stuff like that. So, back to the Colts at the Bills, and to go with our first pick, I'm giving you the honors. So,
yeah, I'll take that off. Bills 6.5. Love it. I see final score being 34-21, high scoring game. They'll put up some numbers. What's the over under on that?
51.5. Interesting, because it, like, the Colts are a funny team like that. It could be like they could easily both score high numbers. But I don't know, man. I don't know. I think the Colts are 2-3 outdoors this year. They're used to playing in that dome a lot, and it's cold.
It's cold.
It's cold out there now, and the Bills just practicing that every day.
That's the environment, baby.
Yeah, not too much to argue there.
I think they get it done.
I'm taking the Bills as well. We're both taking the Bills. I mean, you could take the 6.5. That's easy money. Easy money. But for our purposes, yeah, we both going with the Bills. All right, moving on. So now we got the Rams at the Seahawks.
Yeah, man.
Seahawks -3.5.
Jared Goff, he plays or not? Doesn't matter whether he plays.
5 interceptions, 4 touchdowns in his last 5 games.
Yeah, it doesn't
But, like,
really matter.
Let me just ask this though, because it's weird. Like they had a little run a couple years ago, and I feel like he's almost kind of like that quarterback. He's almost kind of like Eli, Joe Flacco, those type of guys, right? Like, is the all right? Here, just hear me out on this, and I don't want to alter your pick. Like, I hope your pick is in already. Obviously, this doesn't change anything because this was one I thought we might disagree on. I think the easy thing to look at is the Seahawks have been way more dominant. They've had a better year.
They've also played down to their competition all year.
Also, they have just, frankly, burnt out. I mean, think about it. Early on in the year, and I had Russell Wilson. In my fantasy league, he still ends up with 40 touchdowns. And, DK Metcalf was on his way to Megatron this year, right?
Yes.
All right. Well, think about the last 6 weeks of the season, 7 weeks of the season. Like not that they were losing a lot, but like just nothing stands out to me anymore. Like DK Metcalf and his little tank top looking shirt where he lays his stomach out, fucking drilling people. I didn't mean to curse. I gotta blank that out. Drilling people all over the field like a linebacker. And like, I just feel like I didn't hear much from them. I feel like they got burnt out. I feel like they lost their luster a little bit at the end of the year. And I just get this weird feeling these divisional games can be funny.
Yeah, 100%.
And give me a guy 100%.
Like, but you know something, that Rams D, I don't believe in it. I love Aaron Donald, but that secondary is about to get lit up. I love the Seahawks. I love the Seahawks.
You know
what?
Whether
Golf plays or not, I love them.
You know what? If the Seahawks had a bye this week, I think the NFC at least would be in a lot of trouble.
Right.
Because they could have used that rest. I just think rolling right into this, these divisional games are always super tight, super low scoring.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna deviate and try to make sure we don't have the same, but not even because of that, just more so I just get this weird feeling. I'm going Rams.
No.
Yeah, okay. I mean, obviously I would, take the 3.5.
Does your pick change on Saturday when they say Goff's not playing?
No.
No? Okay.
No. If I wake up Saturday and you sent me a text and you were like, yo, I'm playing quarterback for the Rams on Sunday, I don't think it matters because whoever that, honestly, I don't even have the guy's name. Whoever that,
I guess it'll make you feel better to let you know that I got the Seahawks, and I think I might cash it. I think I might lock them up like big time. I think that's the lock for the weekend.
Like actually in real life?
Yeah. Whether golf plays or not, I think they're gonna eat them up. I think the offense will actually be able to put up some numbers this week.
Here's my thing. I think everything points to that, so I won't be surprised.
Right.
Despite
I wouldn't be surprised at a lot this weekend.
No, definitely. And that's the thing. Like these games are going to be weird. Most of them don't have fans. Some of them have they're letting in 3,000 people.
Yeah, it won't be a major effect.
That's why I think the Bills game, it's just going to be a cold, dreary, empty. Oh, do you know how much colder it'll be with no people in there? Just think about a playoff atmosphere, stadium filled up, all those people.
You'll
and
hear
there's
them from the street. Don't worry about it. They're
no.
they're
But
gonna
here's my
be
point.
live.
I mean, literally, physically, right? It's a good point to consider.
They'll want to go home by halftime, bro.
Like, no. Think about this though. As cold as it could be, because I've been to some of those. I was at the Giants, 41-0 against the Vikings.
Yeah.
All right, in the NFC Championship before losing to the Ravens in 2000 in the Super Bowl. I was there the week before too. It was so cold that, I mean, and don't get me wrong, like there's like 75,000 people in Giant Stadium at the time, right?
Yeah.
But it's so cold. People who, like, you know, the guy to your right is who you came with, and the guy to your left you don't even know, and all of you are way too close for comfort. The seats were small. You're like hugging each other, right?
Yep. Let's rub knees,
But
baby.
but not for nothing. 70,000 people out there with a stank breath from not brushing their teeth this morning, like the nasties that they are. All body heat, warmth together. It's got to change the temperature there a little bit. Now think Bills in Buffalo. Nobody's in there.
Ice cold, baby.
It's going to be like a freezer.
Yeah.
I mean, I know they're going to put like 1 million heaters on the sides of the NFL. They're $1 billion organization, but like it's going to be like a freezer in there. I don't care what you say.
Yeah, 100%.
All right. Low scoring also, I think. I mean, what's the line tells you? 42 on the over-under. Always a dangerous one because you got to watch out with these. They're always low scoring, but then they score like 3 touchdowns in the fourth quarter going back and forth at the end.
Yep, and then you're screwed.
Yeah, tough. But I don't know, though. Seattle, I feel like they're burnt out, and give me Aaron Donald any day.
100%. I love the guy, but it's that secondary that does it for me, man. It's the secondary for me. I got Seahawks 24-13.
All right, I like it. All right, both listed. Okay, let's move on. Interesting one. This is a very, very interesting one. Tampa Bay, or what does Skip Bayless say? Tampa Bay Buccaneers in Washington playing the local football team. -8. Interesting.
Yeah. That line's dropped, I believe. I think it started. Oh, no. It's risen. Hold on. Why did I think it was 9.5? I apologize.
Over under, though.
9.5.
I find this very interesting.
What's that?
Over under 44.5.
They telling you, my boy Chase Young is going to be chasing that booty all around.
No, I'll tell you the truth. I would pretty much be willing to bet my kid's college fund that the Bucs are winning this game. Like at the end of it all, smoke clears, they're winning this game.
100%.
For all the smoke I want on that, I probably wouldn't even take 8.
No.
It's a playoff game. It's funny. Look, the Bucs are dynamic. They've been scoring a lot. Don't get me wrong. But if Washington is anything, it's a solid defensive team.
100%. I think Ron Rivera prides himself on that.
Here's my problem. It's one problem.
It's a big problem. Give it to me.
It's a big problem. Yeah. Like I'm talking like big problem. Like almost like how come we weren't thinking about this for the last couple of weeks? But I don't care. Think about it now. You could throw for 500 on Tampa Bay pretty easily. You know why? Because Todd Bowles, the old Jets head coach,
I remember that guy.
He likes to basically send the dogs all day. I mean, all day. Like he just wants to blitz. And if you've got a guy who is even halfway mobile, I'm not talking about Pat Mahomes here. I'm talking halfway mobile. Even Eli Manning in the Super Bowl able to evade a couple tackles mobile. Okay. You could shred them. Yeah. Like Drew Brees could shred them. He's not going to run or anything, but I'm saying a guy like that, shred them.
Yeah.
Alex Smith, man, it is a great story. It is truly a great story. But
Hey,
here,
I've cashed on him a couple times this year, but
hey, he's like what is he, 5-1?
He's held it down throughout the year, but Tampa Bay that's next level.
Listen, I've noticed a couple things. Because I watched a little bit of that Philly Washington game. What a disgrace. I listen, say what you want, but I'm going to take a shot of some proper 12 when Doug Peterson gets fired. And not even because of I'm a Giants fan, because like I said from the start, 100%, you are not allowed to complain when you win 6 games.
Right. 100%.
And you had a 4-game winning streak in there. How much losing is that? A lot. A 4-game winning streak, bad weeks. 2 other scattered W's, and 10 weeks throughout there where you lost. Plenty of games you could have won. So I'm not even upset about that. I'm just like, wow. Like, I wish the Knicks would have tanked that bad for Zion.
Right. Yeah.
But like, wow. And straight up, nobody has said this. You'll get a lot of take. You'll get that take I just said from a lot of people on ESPN and all over or whatever. The one take you won't get is Washington should feel disrespected.
Why is that?
Why? Why is that?
Yeah.
Because they laid down to not let their division rival get into the playoffs, and you are in their division. They don't care about you so much. They almost forgot you also played in the NFC least.
I'm a take a dub whenever I could take a dub.
Don't get me wrong. You take it. But 2 things you should be embarrassed about. They were trying to lose the game, and you barely won it. And
that's why you can't take them.
The fact that they laid down to let you in, like letting you in the playoffs was so insignificant to them that they were like, yo, we'll let you in just to spite the Giants.
Hey,
we'll let you in. Or even we'll let you in to jump from the 10th pick to the 7th. Okay,
that matters,
sure.
Man.
That matters. It does. But like, if the Giants were playing the Cowboys, the Eagles, or the Redskins on the last game of the season, and that team was in with a win, and I knew we could jump from 10 to 7, if I knew anything other than jumping into 1, maybe 2, and even that, like if we could jump into 1 or 2, I'm not as mad when we lose it.
Okay.
But if he sits down like that against the Cowboys under any circumstance, I don't care if we'll get the number 1 pick and John Elway's coming out next year. You crush the Cowboys and you make sure that they could laugh at us when we get the 3rd pick. But guess who's laughing now? See you on the golf course. Anyway, back to the point at hand. Bucks, Washington. I hate them. I think they're terrible. I think they'll play solid defense. Mike Evans is hurt. I think the Bucks are going to take it easy. This is the closest thing, in my opinion, outside of the pressure that the defensive line Washington can bring. This is the closest thing to a team playing this week with a bye.
I'd agree.
I think Brady easily gets by with AB and Godwin.
I think it ends up looking that way. I think he's gonna have a tough little time in the beginning.
Yeah.
And then I see him. I see him figuring out and running away with it. I got oh wait, I got to shout out our boy Ali.
Ali Abdelaziz, you dirty Dagestani rat. No, I'm just kidding. He's not Dagestani anyway. That's Khabib. Ali Marpet.
Hey.
Yeah, I used to one time. This is a story that never mind. I used to hang out at his house a lot.
Yeah.
With his older brother. His dad was an animal. Anyway, so you got the honors on this one.
All right.
Pretty easy going, right?
Yeah.
You don't got to worry about the line, so
well, just to throw it out there, I got Tampa Bay 28-10.
A lot of smoke. You was talking earlier in the week, though.
Yeah,
before this podcast, huh?
Yeah, 100%, man. But I came to my senses.
What was it that boy Chase Young?
Yeah, he gonna get his sacks this weekend, man. Don't disrespect him, man. He's gonna get him some sacks.
Anyway, let's move on. Okay, this is an interesting one. Interesting. Ravens at Titans. Ravens minus 3.5. Over under a 55.
Sounds about right.
Does it?
Yeah.
I will take you back.
High scoring.
Oh, the scoring? Yeah, for sure. The Ravens of old, they're not there anymore. Ray Lewis is retired.
No. It's going to be a high scoring game.
Couple things. I think the Ravens didn't they won their last 5 games of the season and still I feel like barely made the playoffs. I feel like in the last week they clinched.
They needed to win to get in, I believe.
Yeah. So the obvious thing to point out is Derrick Henry, 2K. If Tennessee wants to win this game, they need to control the clock. They need to pound Derrick Henry, beat up that Baltimore defense, and keep Lamar Jackson off the field.
I mean, he's going to be important. I think the biggest key to Tennessee winning the game this week is Ryan Tannehill can't turn that ball over. He's got to be very responsible with that ball.
The infamous game manager of the NFL.
Yes.
He's so right there. He's so middle of the pack. True. But also interesting how immediately I feel like you want to go Ravens, and it makes sense because Lamar Jackson, all of that. I mean, they say being at home in a gambling spread is worth 3 points. So every time I look at a line, I always look at it that way, right? So Ravens in a playoff game in Tennessee minus 3.5 means if they were in Baltimore, that line be at least 6.5, a whole touchdown. And I find that crazy because Tennessee knocked them out last year.
Yeah.
Doing exactly what I just said, pounding Derrick Henry and it working and controlling that clock and keeping Lamar Jackson off the field and then, quick 3 and outs. I just feel like, I don't know. The odds makers are never that wrong. They always know something, right? I feel like this might be a little bit of a revenge game.
Yeah, there's always a trick up their sleeve. I don't know, man. I don't think much of a revenge game going on over here, man. I actually like the Titans this weekend.
Really interesting.
Yeah, man.
Now let me just ask, right? Would you not your pick is your pick or whatever for our picks, but would you take the plus 3.5 or would you take the money line like you're that confident?
No, I see it coming down to whoever has the ball last is gonna win that game.
Very interesting.
High scoring. I think it's gonna go back and forth. It's gonna be exciting, and it could go either way. I could be totally wrong, but I think that's the underdog play of the weekend.
Wow, I've hit a crossroads in life just now.
Yeah.
Honestly, swear. Nah, I can't even say 99. 100% of the time for the last 10, 12 years, anything you say in that manner, makes me immediately feel in the pit of my stomach as though that team is going to get destroyed.
Here we go.
All right. But I didn't even come into. I actually came into this, and I'm still going to go with Ravens in Tennessee to pull it off. That's my pick, Ravens. But you want to know what? I swear to God, I didn't feel it this time. I think you might be right. And calling it the underdog play of the weekend just sounds right for some reason. I think it's disrespectful that they just knocked them out last year, because you know what happens in games like that? Oh, they just knocked them out last year. Oh, so what? No way they do it again. Lamar Jackson's too dynamic. Then all of a sudden, it'd be like the third quarter, and the Ravens are up like 21-17. But they was up 21-3 in the second, and it's been 2 touchdowns straight from the Titans, and all of a sudden it's like, wait a second, this is a 4-point game with a quarter and a half to play. 100%. And that's when the Titans can go back to like, we're not down far enough to have to pass the ball.
Right.
And we can, with like down 4, we got a whole quarter to play. We can go back to pounding Derrick Henry, and we've had to give him a break here for a quarter and a half. So all of a sudden it's like, it just keeps creeping and creeping. And then what happens? The Titans score. Maybe the Ravens come back and kick a field goal to tie it up. Something like 27-27. And then the Titans just come down, and I could even see Tannehill getting the pass. I don't know. We'll see. I'm marking you down. I like it. I got a 34-31 final over. 34-31. I'm also going to track.
I think it'll be exciting.
I'm also going to track. I feel like we should do this whenever we do picks. I like the idea of this. It just came to me. Not only do we do our picks, whether it be like a full slate, if it's the playoffs like this, or if we just come in with a couple games like the NBA or something on a 1 week, we should do our underdog play of the week. Okay. And so you took the Titans, and obviously my underdog play of the week is the Rams.
All right. I like it.
Against Seattle. Okay. So how about we say
come in next week and laugh at someone?
How about we start making rules as we go, right? So
what is that?
You get a point for picking right, but if your underdog play of the week hits, you get 3 points. 2 or 3? 2? Don't want it to get out of control.
2. You get 2.
Because I'll come in here with some UFC underdogs of the week, and all of a sudden I'll be like Steph Curry.
A 3-pointer is like a plus 200.
Oh, it's going to get too complicated. Let's just do 2 points. If your underdog play of the week hits, you get 2 points.
If what if I get a plus 400? Come on. I'm not taking 2 points for a plus 400.
We have to set it to something specific. It has to be something solid, so that like, because you know what's cool about it? Let's say on a week like this, we pick 6, right? Let's say you go 2-4. And I go 5-1, but my one that lost is the underdog play of the week, which is very likely.
Yeah.
And you hit your underdog play of the week.
Right. Okay.
You know, it's like, you'd still lose 5-4, but I could have done the math at like 4-2 or whatever. But like, it could even the odds a little bit. And honestly, underdog play of the week, I say you go 3 points, because most of the time it'll average somewhere between 150 and 200.
True.
If you go crazy, like, we can negotiate on the fly. If you got Holly home before she walks out against Ronda Rousey at plus 900, we could make it a side agreement. I'll give you 5 points for that one.
100%. Yeah.
That works, right?
It's got to be. Yeah.
So 3 is the rule. All right. So underdog pick of the week, 3 points, which is basically the point you were going to get anyway, and 2 bonus. That sounds just right.
Okay.
We're establishing rules as we go. All right. On to the next. Who do we got here? Oh, yeah, this is another interesting one. Just for one little reason, but I doubt it makes any difference. Bears at Saints. Saints -10, over under 47.5 because they're worried the Bears can't even score that much to make it a high over. Remember earlier when I said that the Bucks at the Washington's local football team was the closest thing to a bye? I forgot about this one. My page wasn't scrolled enough.
I disagree.
I could see that because of a couple things.
I actually like the +10 with the Bears, man. Hey,
not the money line.
You
though.
already know that. You please, you know the Saints are taking this one, man.
I mean, pretty much we could think Drew Brees could play left-handed and probably still win. The 10 might be a lot though.
With those broken ribs, yeah, man. It's a playoff game, man. Mitchell Trubisky's got something to play for, bro. He needs a job, guy. Don't look at me like that. He's got something to play for.
That guy's career ended the day he was picked like second overall, and then 13 picks later, the Kansas City Chiefs took Patrick Mahomes.
Hey.
It does not matter what he does. He could win a Super Bowl this year. He will always be a failure.
Yo, you can't even say that.
Yeah, yes. I'm sorry. No. Yes, you can.
Why? But you're going to compare him to Patrick Mahomes?
No, not because, I don't you don't have to compare him to Patrick Mahomes for any other reason besides for the fact that you traded up to get into the number 2 position to take him 13 picks before Patrick Mahomes. That's a direct comparison. There's no doubt about it. There's no arguing it. You moved up.
I'm not disagreeing or agreeing with anything that their scouting team seen in him. All I'm saying is the man could play ball, and they got something to play for. And 10 points is just a little bit too much for me, especially when the Saints are hurt and dealing with stuff. I just can't see it.
Well, that's the truth.
We dealing in weird times, man.
Alvin Kamara's uncertain, questionable or whatever. I mean, he'll probably play too, but maybe not because they think they could beat the Bears anyway. I think Michael Thomas is returning this week, but he is returning from being out a while. And I mean, Drew Brees has gotten beat up this year.
100%.
And not for nothing, Mitchell Trubisky, who, as you're going to see here, I have certain nicknames that are going to stick, like Washington's local football team. I could care less what they ever name themselves again. On this program, they are Washington's local football team.
There we go. I like it.
Mitchell Trubisky, from now on, will be referred to as not Patrick Mahomes. So, the quarterback for the Bears, not Patrick Mahomes, has been completing 70% of his passes with a 96 passer rating in this last couple of games since he's come back to the helm. What are the chances? Correct me if I don't know, maybe he's hurt or something. Maybe that's why he's not even playing right now. But is Foles out, or did they just switch back to
not Pat Mahomes? Foles was running around like a bum.
Okay.
Yeah, they had to put.
What are the chances this game is 31-7 at halftime and Nick Foles is back?
In these weird times, I couldn't bet against it, but I just don't see it. I don't see it happening. Like I said, man, Mitchell Trubisky got something to play for. I like Chicago on certain weeks, man, and they always usually let me down. Then other weeks, hey, they come and show up. I think it'll be closer than what everybody thinks it's going to be, man.
See, you know where I disagree? We look at the Saints and they've always been like that greatest show on turf since the Rams ended, where it's like just like 5,000-yard passing seasons every year and just dynamic offense. Here's where I think you're wrong, and I actually think the 10 is easy. Easy. It's over before half. The line is covered and never seen again. You know why? Because this year, the Saints, and the reason they've been so dominant is because They're like fourth in defense.
Yeah.
And very high up in I think fourth in rushing too. That's not the Saints. That doesn't sound like the Saints. That sounds like the G-men in the heyday. Sounds like the Pittsburgh Steelers or something. Like they're fourth in total defense and rushing.
Mm-hmm.
Pair that up with not Patty Mahomes. They're gonna crush him, bro. How about
Easy
this?
money.
How about this? Drew Brees won't have to do too much because I say the Saints get at least 2 turnovers, and one of them is for 6. 2 turnovers, could be fumble and a pick, could be 2 picks. One of them is a 6. Could be a fumble recovery for a 6, could be a pick 6. The Saints defense will score this week.
Oh,
they will score.
My man throwing out prop bets, huh?
How about it? You don't want to do prop bet of the week.
Nah, I want no action.
You don't. No, you don't. You don't.
Want no action in that.
Because I'll eat up Jacob deGrom all season with prop bets, and we already know that that's not allowed.
Bears plus 10, 24-17.
All right, well, that's like your gambling pick, but for the podcast,
Saints. You already know what it is.
Yeah. Listen, we're gonna have to negotiate something that's, like, it's good because we're starting so early in the year, right here on January 8th. We're gonna track these for a while. I don't know if we go till mid-season and then restart or just do the whole year, but like, we're gonna need I'm thinking ordering one of those customized championship belts for a good like $125 for whoever wins this.
I'm down for it, but all I'm saying is when baseball season starts, when my lock is, maybe one night the Mets
listen to me.
The Grom pitching.
Listen to me.
Maybe that's the lock of the week.
Listen to me. There's one thing
I don't want to hear that.
There's one thing we're gonna have to understand here. That's off limits. We can't have that.
It's gotta happen, but hey, we'll talk about it when the time comes, man. We got a couple of months.
Let's talk about it right now. Are you gonna bet on the Mets? I'm sorry, what? I can't hear you. What is that? Wait. What is that? That like microphone crossed out next to your name. That's weird.
Unmute. You muted me.
Yeah. That's right.
Oh man.
Unacceptable.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
No, we won't get there, bro. We won't get there.
Wait, what do you mean, man?
No, we won't
tell me I can't bet on the Mets.
Oh, okay. Word. All right. You think you moved out of Yonkers?
You don't want to. Yeah.
Wait till you come outside and your car is on bricks. No tires.
Oh man.
No tire. You see those fish back there?
Yeah.
I'll poison them.
No, you won't.
Yes, I will.
My babies.
I love animals too. Like I break for squirrels, but like,
whoa.
If something bad were to happen to Jacob deGrom on a night you bet on them, I will
breaking for squirrels?
I will personally wait till you go to work, stalk out the house for the rest of your family to leave, and then I will stand above that fish tank and piss into it.
If I spot you on any of my Nest cameras, you're done for.
You already know that I am going to rip the Nest camera off the wall, take it into the house. Take it into the house.
My location.
Take it into the house. Oh, sorry. Yeah, but I didn't say where you were. I just said how far it would take you to get from over there. But I would take the Ring camera with me and post it up so that you could watch the act while I dunk my nuts into your fish tank like I'm stewing a bag of tea. And I will piss in the tank, pour a little something in there or something. That's just a threat.
That's just a threat.
Not a promise. It's a threat.
Back to it. All right.
Anyway, I'm
yeah,
gonna have to cut that part out.
pick,
Edit.
Timestamp.
I need the gunshot drop.
I think I got it on my MPC. I'm not sure.
Need it. Okay. Last one. We've been doing this for a long time, a lot longer than we thought. Browns at Steelers. Steelers -6, over under 47.5.
Browns with no coach.
Browns are interesting.
Browns with no coach due to COVID.
They lost a few people, right? Are all their guys playing?
I believe the main guys are playing. I think a couple of assistants or something are like sidelined or whatever. But yeah, it'll be odd, man. It'll be weird.
Yet another. Will he play in Juju? He's not practiced up till Thursday, but I just get the feeling like at this time, if you're even a little banged up in the NFL and you're a vet, you're on that questionable and you don't practice the whole week, because who needs practice like 18 weeks into the season when you're a vet? Come on.
Yeah, maybe he just pulled the Kyrie and he just ain't want him coming to practice.
Save that for Sunday, brother, because I got plenty to say.
Oh, I'm ready to join you on that one, but we'll check that one out on Sunday.
Baker Mayfield, 1 interception in his last 9 games. Is it OBJ, they say?
Baker's been killing it, man. He's been running around having fun out there.
If you are someone on Cleveland who makes decisions, can you, with a clear conscience, allow Odell Beckham Jr. back onto your team?
No, of course not.
Thank you. Okay.
Bring him back to the Giants.
You know, the Steelers started out like undefeated for so long and played some 500 ball for a few weeks there. But long story short, the Browns have made a few strides, and that's good. I always like Baker. Like, I think they went crazy last year when they started calling themselves a Super Bowl team, but they came back down to earth quick. They made a good stride. They made the playoffs for the first time in a long time. And I don't even know how much I believe in the Steelers being like as good as they seem. I don't think anybody wants with the Chiefs anyway, whatever. But like, I don't see the Browns beating them. Not in Pittsburgh. Like, I like Baker. I don't think they have enough weapons.
You give me that Steelers team from the beginning of the season, this is a runaway game. Now, I don't know, man. Even without the coaches, I think the team puts themselves up and just they stand up for themselves, man. They've been balling all year. Why give up now?
You want another prop bet hot take?
Give it to me.
Baker hasn't thrown a pick in 9 games. He's thrown 1 pick in 9 games. Whatever that line is for him throwing a pick, definitely. I'm sorry. He's just that guy. Listen, he's always going to be good, but there's a little piece of him that's a little bit still new generation. And
I'd throw a little sauce on that last one. This one, I can't agree with that one. I like the way Baker's been playing these past couple weeks.
I do too. I'm not saying that he's going to have a terrible game. He's going to make mistakes. He's going to make mistakes. 100%.
I think they're injured, man. I think they're hurt all around on that defensive side of the Steelers, man.
They might be, but you know what? They dominated a little bit this year for most of it. Like, they led the league in sacks, 56, 27 takeaways. I think Baker is solid. Really, he's solid. Don't get me wrong. He may throw 2 touchdowns, but he's going to have a pick, and it's going to be at a time that matters. Remember that.
I disagree. I don't think he gives up that touchdown. I mean, I don't think he gives up that interception, bro.
We'll see. We'll see.
What's your pick?
You trying to make a side wager on points for this? You want to go?
Absolutely
You want to
not.
go side wager 2 points? Baker throws a pick or not? Whoever
mean-
gets it gets 2 points on this week's record.
That's free money, I guess. Give it to me.
Let's do it. Lock it down. Side bet. Prop bonus. Baker to throw interception. Plus 2 points. Let's see. I just get the feeling, man. I like him. I do. This is not to shade him because I really do. I like him. He's just like he's mistake prone in that way. It may be in a way that Brett Favre was. I don't know. We'll see. But it's there nonetheless.
I think Baker comes up. I think Chubb and Hunt, they show up. That duo is unstoppable, man. I think they're going to hit him back to back to back to back. I don't know about you, but it's not my underdog play. But hey, if my underdog hits early in the week on the weekend slate, I might get a little stupid and I think I might touch that Bears +6. I mean
6?
the Browns
It's 10.
+6.
Oh, Browns.
It's 10 now?
No, I thought you said Bears. I was like,
oh yeah. Browns. We're on Browns. Browns +6.
okay.
For podcast picks, I'm going Browns to win the game.
I like it. I'm taking the Steelers. In Pitt, I just think Ben's been here and he will show up better than Baker. But that's good, man. I like it. I mean, we have a couple of the same that we think are, I feel like are pretty consensus picks. The Bills, the Bucks, the Saints. But then we got 3 that we didn't.
Yeah,
So we're going head to head on those 3. New rule established this week, underdog pick of the week, 3-point bonus or 3 points in total. So a 2-point bonus. Side bet prop bonus, Baker Mayfield to throw an interception. I have yes. Chrissy Maloik's over there with the no. +2. Let's see if you get to actually live that moniker or you change up the story, kid. All it does is take 1 week to come in here, wash me up, take those 3 from me, take that prop bet, hit that underdog of the week. Bing, bang, boom.
Cash it. I guess it'd be nice to,
We'll have to start calling you Chrissy Cash. Chrissy Cash.
It'd be nice to have some video evidence to go against all your wild rants.
Listen, not Patty Mahomes. No chance. That's Saints defense is gonna eat him alive.
They kill him early, you say?
Real early, halftime. Halftime, that 10 is good. Halftime, I'm going to make a sandwich because I don't have to worry about my 10 anymore.
Okay.
Remember that.
Okay.
Remember that. All right, my brother. This was good. It went long.
Fun.
It was fun.
Yeah.
I like it. Yeah,
man.
Shout out to the legends who led us down this path. My man Joe Rogan.
Holla.
Some Joey Diaz back there. Some Conor
Joey.
McGregor, double champ. All right, man. Well, this was fun. You don't think I said anything too inflammatory, right?
Just take my location off of there.
I will. I'll cut that. I'll cut that.
Everything else, nah, man. I think we were pretty solid. I don't think we dropped any crazy.
I need a bleep button too. Bleep.
Yeah, definitely.
Gunshot.
Need a bleep button.
Yeah, for sure. That was fun, my brother. Thank you very much. And let's do it again.
Throw that Nick game on, man.
Will do. I didn't want to be distracted with it right now, but I'm excited. I want to turn it on.
I try not to be, but yeah.
Listen, what do you care about the Knicks for? You're a Net fan. Fraud. I need a
that's
fraud button too.
Yo,
I gotta keep track of the buttons I need. I knew after working a couple out that I would I'd start to think like, what are the drops that I need? I mean, gunshot for sure. You're a fraud for sure. All right, man. Well, that was fun, bro. See you on the next one.
Peace.